Hey kids, happy new week. I can't believe we're already going into the second week. No, I guess it would have gone into the third week of January 2025. How bloody crazy time just goes. Well, hopefully the next few minutes won't go too slowly, because I want to introduce you to a lovely lady from Michigan, USA, who is the special guest on the Jaden show this week. She's bloody lovely, and I think we should go and listen to one of her songs. This is called Open Road. This is MelisCorrMusic.
When I think I've got my work all done, more and more just seems to pile up. There's nowhere to hide, not an ending in sight. I know that something's got to give. I need a break, some time away, something fun to do. Can I count on you? I'm restless, let's get out of here and get in the car, go out where the views are clear. I'm restless, so don't you I know. Pack up your bags, let's go. Oh, 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 let's drive the open road. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I think I've got it figured out, life turns me aside. I'm not allowed to be right. It's not a happy place to be for me. I need a break, some time away, something fun to do. Can I count on you? I'm restless, let's get out of here, get in the car, go out where the views are clear. I'm restless, so don't you I know. Pack up your bags, let's go. Oh, 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 let's drive the open road. Turn up the radio. Are you ready to go? Let's have a time, just you and I. Turn up the radio, let all of our worries fade away. Yeah, yeah, I'm restless, let's get out of here and get in the car, go out where the views are clear. I'm restless, so don't you I know. Pack up your bags, let's go. Oh, 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 let's drive the open road. I crave that open road. Let's drive the open road. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Amazing. Hold your horses, kids. We're going to meet her very shortly. But first, we're going to a Jaden Show commercial break. Hey guys, I wanted to take this opportunity to let you know about the Jaden Show commercial break starting now. This is amazing news because now every single week you have a couple of minutes to be able to advertise something you want to advertise. So if you have a business, if you have an event coming up, if you have a new album, art gallery, or anything you want to particularly advertise on a show, this is your chance to do it. March and April 2024, the advertisements are free, so please let me know. Get in touch to me on Jaden Cornelious at AOL.com. It will be wonderful to hear from you. If you are a charity or a charitable organization or a non-profit and you are advertising something with regards to that, then always your advertising is free. So let me know. You will need to send me between a 1 and 2 minute video around that time, if possible, something that you want to advertise, and I will fit it into this spot. Get on. I'll see you soon. Take care, bud. Here we go. Are you ready? Let's welcome this week's very special guest, the amazing Melissa Corrigan. Melissa Corrigan, welcome to the Jaden Show. How are you, lovely lady and Star Wars fan, I see?
Yeah. Oh, I'm nervous. This is my first podcast interview ever, so
really
stuttery and awkward. That's Just
remember, the Force is with you. Yeah, okay. I love Star Wars. I'm at the age where I actually watched it at Empire Strikes Back at the cinema in 70. Yeah,
I'm a little bit young for that, but I discovered when I was like 12 or 13 years old. My friends thought I was an extreme nerd, weird person, because I was like, "Oh my god, look at these movies! They're so amazing!" And people were like, "What are you watching?" So I had no one to relate to me at all. And
we could have chatted. I would have related.
Oh yeah, I had nobody.
I love Star Wars.
All I knew was I liked what I liked, and
I did shift though. Now as you've probably seen my tattoos, I probably am now the biggest Harry Potter fan on the planet.
Oh, yeah, I've seen some Harry Potter. I don't think I've seen all of the movies, but I should probably go back and watch those. They have John Williams music in them after all. It's fantastic stuff.
Some bloody incredible stuff, actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's not about my music taste. Today is about you. We want to find out more about Melissa Corrigan. So, you said at the age of kind of 12 and everything, you started discovering Star Wars, and that's really cool. I want to take you a little bit further back than that to find out when your interest in music started. What music was around you when you were a kid? Did you have a musical family? Was you in a musical background? Tell me all about it.
Well, my mother had gone to the University of Michigan music school for oboe performance. And so I kind of came out just loving music. I was very into The Muppet Show and Fraggle Rock. Boy, can those puppets harmonize, I tell you.
Change the cares away.
Yes, that was fun.
Another day.
Yes.
I
I just loved those shows, and I loved Gem and the Holograms and stuff. And so I just was drawn to music. It was like a biological urge, and it still is. It's like, I have to sing. It's an emotional release. I've spent a lot of time in the last several years revising my singing technique, so it's a lot different than it was. Like, I didn't take lessons or anything growing up, and so I'm now at a point where I for the most part, I really like the way it feels. I really like the way it sounds. I can get range and power and stuff like I want, and so, but that took a while. But yeah, I've always sang. My mother said that I could carry a tune when I was 3 years old.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's just always drawn to music. And when I went through some difficult periods in my teenage years, I was in my room all the time listening to Neil Diamond and Peter Cetera and Gloria Estefan and Mariah Carey was a big one. She was like my older sister, and she wrote all the lyrics to all of her own songs, and so it was like she was speaking to me, and she was she went through a lot growing up too, so she was very important to me and a big support.
Yeah, the Vision of Love album, I think that was the very first album, was my very first. I'd auditioned for a band when I was a kid, and I sang "Can't Let Go" a cappella by Mariah Carey.
That's a great song.
That's amazing. I still sing it now in my shows. but not a cappella anymore. But yeah, I sang that, and that was kind of, that whole album was just incredible. It was like a whole new, don't know, it kicked all my musical tastes on its head when Mariah Carey came out. I mean, I still loved your Abbas, your Olivia Newton-Johns, and all that kind of stuff from back in the day. But when Mariah Carey came out, I was like, wow, there's
It was a game changer for sure. And
absolutely.
like I you know, have all of her albums and, you know, feel very close to her in a lot of ways. And as I, you know, developed more in the past several to 10 years or so, I really have been just like enamored with Survivor's music. They are not just Eye of the Tiger. You know, the amount of songs they have, they're just absolutely excellent and emotional and powerful. Are just there are a ton of them. And the one who co-wrote a lot of those songs is Jim Peterick. So I consider him a primary influence at this point in songwriting and, you know, musical style and stuff.
Amazing talent.
Huh?
An amazing talent.
Yeah, I mean, and I met him in person once. I went to a concert that he did here in Michigan and was able to meet him briefly before he went on. And it just, the other person I would love to meet, but I've never even seen in concert, is Dennis DeYoung of Styx. He's not of Styx anymore. I don't get after me, Tommy Shaw. I know that Dennis DeYoung is not in Styx anymore, but I just love Dennis DeYoung, and I've gone through some difficulties in the past several years, and his music and Peter Cetera's music as well. All these people write their own songs, have really, you know, lifted me up and given me a lot of strength. And it's basically, you know, I've had therapy and stuff, and that is extremely helpful. But, you know, in times when you're alone and you're upset, music is where I go.
Is your instant therapy? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And therapist. So, apart from Fraggle Rock, what were your family listening to at the time? I mean, what was going around you before you started developing your taste?
Well, I heard oboe music a lot because my mother was teaching oboe students, but I wasn't very interested in that because it was kind of, you know, an oboe student, you hear a lot of honky stuff going on, you know, sputtering and honky stuff. It's a difficult instrument to play. I tried it for a while and was not bad at it, but it's difficult. My dad, he grew up poor. He didn't have any kind of musical education. His family is very musical, though. They all can sing and sing on key. His brother had no music lessons, but he can play by ear to the point where he can play actual classical pieces and stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so I feel like I have a lot of that. But I was trained on the flute classically. But also, my dad, early on growing up, he would always play like top 40 stuff in the house. So I love like pop music and rock music. The Eagles were playing a lot. Air Supply, I love Air Supply. They would play a lot in my home. So it's like I had influences from everywhere. Like when people say, what kind of music do you like? I do not know how to answer that question because I really like all of it.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
Yeah, I like even like electronica type stuff. I like Lady Gaga. She's amazing. You know, I think Taylor Swift is a fantastic songwriter. You know, so just like all of it, I'm enamored with music just in general. And yeah.
So now, I mean, you're starting to, you are developing your style as an artist. When did you go from avid listener to artist? What was that kind of
I mean, I was always singing along, and I knew from maybe 11 or 12 years old that I wanted to figure out how to write songs. You know, I would turn over Neil Diamond albums and it would say all songs written by Neil Diamond. I would just be like, oh, that's amazing. You know, it's like, that's what I wanted to do. And it happened about 10 years ago that I was able to kind of dabble with one guy. He sent me this music track, and it was the first thing I ever tried to write something over. And what I wrote over, we were both like, wow, that's a really good song. Okay, and it was the first thing I'd ever written. And so I was like, oh my God. And then my album that's up on Spotify now called Carry On, I had a song up on Songwriter Link. I don't know if you know that website. And somebody found me through there. His name was Jeff Greer. He lives in Texas. And so we did this all remotely, and he sent me
a bunch of tracks. He's like, you don't have to use all of them, but if you like some of them or whatever, you just want to do one song. I said, no, I would like to do a whole album.
Okay.
You know, and he's like, oh, okay, wow. And
let's do it.
Yeah. So that was my first, you know, writing of an entire album, basically. And
you write the music as well, or you write the melody?
no, I can write the music, but it takes me longer because I don't, you know, having been a flute player, it's not a chordal instrument, so it's difficult to, like, you know, I can play the keyboard a little bit, but it's very bad. I can play the guitar a little bit, but it's very bad, and so I have to take it like almost measure by measure. And I have
so
to
how do you record it? How do you, if you're doing a remote, do you record yourself at home?
Yes, so that was an ordeal too. Like that was years and years in the making, trying different mics. Initially, I was like, oh, you read, everyone needs a condenser mic if you're going to do recording, but it was terrible. I could never get the thing to reject noise from down the hall. It was picking up everything. My voice was too loud and bright for it. Finally, I went and I bought an $18 microphone that got good reviews on Amazon, and so that's what I've been recording on since. That's what the whole Carry On album was recorded on. Jeff sent me all the tracks, the music tracks that he had already done. He's a fantastic musician, guitar player, solo guitar player. I mean, I just hit it was like Christmas had come to my house when he said, here, do you want to write over my instrumentation? I was like, absolutely. And so, you know, I would just get ideas for songs. And initially I was like, oh, you know, I could be less personal with some of this stuff. I could make some stuff up. It just comes too hard. The personal, emotional stuff comes right out. And I was like, I was afraid that he'd go away if I didn't do stuff quick enough. So I was like, I need to like get this done so he doesn't like go, okay, time is ticking, lady, you know. So I wrote about a song or two per week for that album. Okay. And all of them, almost all of them were personal, with Sabotage and You Lift Me Up being the most personal. You Lift Me Up is about Mariah and just music in general. And Sabotage is about some, it's basically about my mother, family abuse type stuff.
Wow.
And, okay. So, yeah, really personal things. And it was extremely hard to decide to put it out, you know. I was very scared, but it's just like, well, if you're not going to be authentic to who you are, what is the point? Absolutely. You will never connect with anybody. And
it's also like exercising your demons as well sometimes.
Yeah, and I also, you know, because of Mariah's influence, I knew that she was very, you know, she thought it was very important to connect with people and be able to give them music that they could use to support themselves. And so I was like, well, you know, I don't know who's going to hear this, but I want to do music like that too, that's supportive and relatable. Yeah. And so, yeah, ultimately, and I'm not, you know, great at production. I worked on some of the production on that album, and so I feel like that could have been better. I mean, not on Jeff's part. He was great. I just have a hard time producing my own voice. You know, figuring out how loud.
What recording system are you using?
I use Audacity, just a free program online.
You call Audacity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's good. It does the job, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would be overwhelmed by anything more fancy than that.
I had Logic Pro. I managed to get it to work through having to speak to 3 different people online just to find out how I get a noise to come out of the mic. It was really bizarre. I had a friend come over who managed to plug a keyboard in, record the keyboard. I managed to do one track really all right, and it went into a movie in some like movie festivals in Europe, and it won best score. Do you know what? Amazing. I have never since then been able to the point where I just deleted Logic Pro because I've never been able to use it. So it was obviously just meant for that one very project. And I've not even to a backing track. I'm not even been able to record my voice since then. But that day, everything went all right, and it's never happened again.
That's the sense that I had about it all. It's like I would see these things that you could buy for a couple $100 and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not doing. I would see kind of like tutorials or whatever. Like I can't do. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah.
I'm not paying hundreds of dollars. I can't do. So it's just a free program that you can download from online, and it's very simple, and it's got some of it's got all you need. It's got pan. It's got a compressor and EQ. You don't really need too much more than that. Like the music I have out, my vocals do not have much on them. In the way that maybe I think it's a slight reverb, EQ, and compression, and that's it. So it's like I don't even have auto tune, which was the other thing, which was extremely scary to me because you hear everything nowadays is all tuned perfectly and in time perfectly. They can snap it all to like a grid for timing, and so none of mine is like that. And so it's really scary to have a more authentic human voice coming out of the speaker.
It's almost a live show, right?
It's scary. You hear yourself, it doesn't sound, you hear little off pitch things here and there. You hear little things and it's like, oh God. And ultimately I was like, well, keep it in there. It's authentic to your progress up to this point. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what is going on for you at the moment? Like what's happening musically for you right now?
Musically, not too much. I have a performance this Sunday. I'm in an improvisational comedy troupe, and we have a performance, and I'll be singing a little medley to start the show.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Amazing. So you're obviously a woman of many talents.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Mate, going back to what we said earlier, if you're doing improv, you do need to get on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, that's what we've heard too. We're on YouTube. We have all kinds of YouTube videos up. We're called the Salad Dressings.
Okay.
The Salad Dressings with an S on the end. If you want to look us up on YouTube, we do.
Absolutely. I'm going to be checking it out straight after this interview. Absolutely. So what are your future plans then? Not much is going on now. What is coming up for Melissa Corrigan?
I would like to try and do an album completely on my own, so the words and music would be all by me, and but that just takes time, and I have some stuff that's I'm laying the groundwork for different tracks. I have some songs kind of assembled. I just need enough for an album, and so there's that project that I might be working on. I think several years from now, after I do that kind of thing, I would love to be in a band or something, and have I want to be in a band where there's a solo guitarist. For God's sakes, that would be the most amazing thing. So I'm just putting it out there into the universe. That would be great someday. So
for those who know who's watching, they might. Oh, I need a singer. Absolutely, that's amazing. Yeah. So where can people find you? Where are you on social media?
I'm on Twitter, and I have a YouTube, and I do have an Instagram, but I don't like Instagram at all. I don't understand I don't get it. And yeah.
Where are you most prevalent on Twitter, I guess?
On Twitter, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So, future plans is going to be continuing with your album. What's going on with you comedically, if that's a word? Is that going to go further? Is that something you would like to take further? That side of your work?
I want to continue on with the improvisational comedy for sure. We have a really nice troupe of 7 people, including myself, and we're all really starting to gel really well and have a lot of good chemistry and be able to play off each other good. And we've done some gigs that have been real successful. We really have had a lot of good feedback and stuff. And there's a really nice community of improvisational comedy people around the Metro Detroit area. And I've made a lot of friends. And so just a really nice community overall. And yeah, I will definitely continue to do that well into the future.
Would you ever go into stand-up or anything like that?
I don't know. That's scary, but I wouldn't put it out of the question, I guess.
The opportunity arose.
Because that's very similar, to songwriting. You sit there all alone and write something, come up with something. So yeah, maybe.
You're doing it now.
Huh?
You're doing it now.
Am I doing it now?
Well, you are doing it now. You're songwriting, so you might as well be script writing as well, hey?
Lots of writing, yeah.
I wish you untold amounts of luck and success in the future. And when you become a stand-up comedian, or when your next album comes out, you do need to be letting a brother know so you can come back on the show and we can talk about it.
Oh wow, well that's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
I really appreciate that.
People at home, you've met her, you love her, go and follow her on her YouTube, her Twitter, and her Instagram. Put a bit of pressure on her because she needs to get on TikTok as well. So be chatting to this sister, get her to get it sorted out. Go and find her, go and show her love and support on all of her future ventures. Melissa, thank you so much for being part of the Jaden Show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for asking.
And we are in contact.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Take care, my friend. See you later, darling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Absolutely wonderful, lovely lady. I wish her all the love and luck in the universe on her onward musical journey and comedic journey as well. Make sure you go and check her out on all of her social media websites, including the salad dressings as well. I'm going to be doing that as soon as I finish this show. So we'll be watching it together. I hope you'll come and find me on my social media platforms as well. It'll be wonderful to see you and to talk to you there too. I hope you've had a lovely, lovely weekend. I hope the next week for you is even better than before. And I hope you have a really, really wonderful new week. Until I see you again next Sunday on The Jaden Show. Until then, I'm going to leave you with another song by Melissa. It's called Believe. The main word for 2025, I feel. So listen, you take care. I'll see you soon. Stay beautiful. Like, subscribe, comment. And I'll see you next Sunday on The Jaden Show. Take care. Bye-bye.
Just believe. Shoot for the stars, believe in you. I see the signs. I see it clear, see what you're doing. You run around, trying to be okay. You run around, just hoping that you'll please. There's another way I want you to see. You're alright right now, so just